Eric Anthony joining me, Eric, and let's talk about this Nova Scotia Monarchs Baseball League, the adult league. You've been a driving force, and tell me a little bit about the history of the league and why it was started.
Well, we started it because we were going to Florida taking teams down, and we just weren't playing during the summer. And we looked around and said we had about 45 guys, and said let's put a league together so we can play. And that's how it started, and we're in the 8th year now, and everything's pretty good. Like, everybody loves playing in it, and guys come in and join, and they don't leave. So,
What's the overall goal, the big picture goal here?
it's to prepare us for Florida. For the Roy Hobbs tournament in Florida, we've had teams. We started with one team, and now we're up to 8 teams going over a 5-week period, and that's basically it.
And tell me a little bit about some of the success that you've experienced when traveling to Florida to compete.
We've had some teams do very well. We've won a couple gold medals, we've won a couple silvers and a couple bronze, and it's not, we're playing against teams that play 120 games a year. So there's a big difference. But now with us, we have guys that are playing 60, 80 games a year going before they go down. So it makes a gigantic difference. So up until 2 years ago, we had an over 45 league. And then we got to the point where, because we've been going so long and playing so long, I said we need a 60 and over league, because guys, as they get there's a number of guys that can still compete in the 45s. But we needed it for the older guys that were still going to Florida each year, and it gives them a place to play. So we have our Classics division that plays. We have 4 teams of that, and we have a 6-team 45 and over, and it's very competitive.
And this year will be the 3rd year that we're sending 8 teams to Roy Hobbs, Florida. 1 team in the 45 and over, 2 teams in 53 and over, 2 teams 60 and over, 2 teams 65 and over, and a 70 team. So it's just remarkable the amount of players we've been able to find, and we haven't advertised in years. It's just word of mouth, and everybody's been just great. The coach has been great. The few managers that we have that make this league a success have been great. We're just a good bunch of guys that, for whatever reason, have bonded together and created what we have today.
At this age, there's, I'll say, 130 guys at least, plus another 10 or 15, 20 around the country that play with us at certain times, or even with tournaments. Now we have a tournament that has an 18 45 and over. Here we go, guys. And a 14 Classics division, 60 and over. And the biggest thing is you meet so many new people at such an old age. Not such an old age, that's kind of stupid of me saying that, but in your golden years, I've made 150 new friends.